Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello Lucky. Do you want to come say hello? Meow, 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 meow. Is that all you have to say today? Meow, 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 meow. Alright, well, thank you for coming. Goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Samantha and it's so nice to have you here. First of all, just wanted to say thank you so much for all of the subscribers over the last week. We are almost at 3,000, which is crazy. My last video, I was saying thank you for 1,000. So again, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. I would love it. It makes me so happy. And as always, please comment down below what you want to see next, any suggestions you have. If you just want to say hi, please leave it down below. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make this top right here. It only takes 15 minutes and it is extremely easy. So if you want to know how to make that, then keep watching. Step one, you want to find some fabric that you like. I chose this sparkly one because I think it just looks nice as a cowl neck. You can choose a satin or a sparkle or a sequin or whatever you want. Then you want to grab some paper and fold it in half. We have our fold here, which means that this is a right angle because we've used the straight side of the paper, so we don't have to rule this and we don't have to rule this. We kind of know that that's a right angle. So this is going to be the top of our top. Now this is folded. I've measured 19 centimeters from the fold to the edge here. Now from here I've measured this point down to here, which is 37 centimeters, down to this point, up to this corner, and this will be our center front here. Same with down here. Now from here I've gone from this point here and I've measured out diagonally 21 centimeters from there all the way to here. And then I've used this point to measure down back to our center front, which ended up being 29 centimeters. Let's have a look. Yeah, about 29 centimeters. Good memory, Sam. 29. So this is pretty much our measurements here. I have included a 1 centimeter seam allowance in this, and this is an extra small pattern. Because it is loose fitting and the back is done up with ribbons, I think you could get away with extra small to medium before having to size up. Okay, now that we have our pattern, remember this is our top here and this is our center front, but because this is a cowl neck, it needs to be cut on the bias. So our fabric grain line needs to be a diagonal through there, and I'll show you what that looks like. Basically, I'll just lay my fabric down and then I'm going to grab the corner and I'm going to do this. So you want to do that until you have a right angle here. So here and here, this should be a right angle here. And then this is your folded piece here. Now the top of your shirt is going to go there. So the top of your shirt goes at the top there. And we can just cut around. I always use fishing weights to hold down my paper patterns while I'm using a rotary cutter. You can use whatever you want, but that's just what I use because it's there. You want to keep your pattern for later because you're obviously going to make this top in many different colors. When you unfold it, your shape should be like this. There's two ways that you can do the straps. If I'm making this as a top that I'm going to use for a long time, if I'm making it out of like a nice satin or a silk and I want to use it like as an actual shirt that I'm going to wash and wear forever, then I will make spaghetti straps for it. It doesn't take too much longer. I think it would actually still be in the 15-minute time frame if you get good at spaghetti straps. For the purpose of this video though, because I do want it to be a really quick DIY, we're going to use ribbon, which is totally fine and acceptable. I am just using this 1 centimeter black ribbon here, and we're not going to use any measurements. I'm literally just going to hold it here and I'm just going to wrap it around my head and kind of guess how much I need. I reckon like that much. And then I'm just going to fold that and I'm just going to cut 2, and those will be my ribbons for my neck. Slay, that's done. Now we're just going to keep them together because they're going to be slightly different lengths, so we need to make sure these neck pieces stay together. And then let's do the waist. So I'm just going to go from about here and I'm just going to stretch it out. think that's enough. Fold it over again and just cut it. Here's our waist pieces, and then here's our straps. I've just put the ribbon directly under the fold line. So it's not in the middle of the fold line, it's under. So this piece of fabric will fold right on the edge of the ribbon. I've done the other one there, and then the ends of the ribbon stay in the middle. So now we've got our waist pieces here as well. I've just left about 1 centimeter and about 1 centimeter and just put the ribbon there instead, just because we do have a 1 centimeter seam allowance here, and I do want it to be like on the edge of the ribbon so that the ribbon is at the very bottom of the corner. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave all of this in the very middle so that it doesn't get tangled. We've got all of our pins facing this way with the balls like on the very inside so it doesn't mess with your machine. And we're just going to fold our right sides together and just clip around the edges, and then we're going to sew around it, and it's pretty much as simple as that. This is what it should look like afterwards. We've got all of our clips here, all of our ribbons are in the middle, and we're just going to sew 1 centimeter from here all the way down, all the way across, all the way down. Then we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna leave like a 5 centimeter gap, 10 centimeter gap, whatever you want to do in the middle here. And then I'm gonna start again, stitch this just to make sure that my strap here is secure. Then we can put our hand in, flip it all out, and then we'll just stitch across that afterwards. I need my glasses. Where are his glasses? He can't see without his glasses. All right, that is better. Alrighty, so we've got our folded top edge here. We have sewn all the way here, down here, up here, and then we've stopped here. We've left a gap here, and then we've started again here. So you've got this, and then you know what you do, you just go. And it will come out. Slay. Now you want to obviously find all of your pins. You should have 4 if you did it how I did it. Take them out of your garment and put them somewhere safe. This is what you should be left with once you turn it out. So you've got your neck straps up here, you've got your waist straps, they're all secure, you've got your fold at the top. Now all of these edges need to be ironed. So we're gonna just make sure we're pulling everything out of the corners. We're gonna iron them flat, and then afterwards, literally the only other step is to just stitch over this. So let's give it an iron and I'll be right back. Do not iron the folded edge that goes at the top. Just leave that loosey-goosey. Only iron the sides and the bottom edges. Do not iron the folded edge at the top. Do not. If you're going for more of a professional look and you're wanting to do like the spaghetti straps and it's a piece that you're going to be using for a long time, I would suggest doing like a hand ladder stitch in here just so you can't see it. But for the sake of a 15-minute DIY, we're just going to do an edge stitch right over that gap just to close it all off, and then we're going to try it on. Are you guys ready to see the finished product? 15 minutes in the making. 3, 2, 1. Dun, 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 dun. This is my 15-minute masterpiece. I absolutely adore the fabric that I chose to use. I think it's super shiny and super pretty. This is what it looks like, guys. 15 minutes of not that hard work has gone into this, and this fabric looks sick. Ooh. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video today. That is all you need to make clothes. Some people think it's really hard, but sometimes all you need is 15 minutes. So maybe I should make this a series of like 15-minute garments that you can make, little DIYs. Let me know down below if you think that's a good idea, along with your suggestions of what I should make next. And as always, have a lovely, beautiful rest of your day. Bye.